Well, greetings in the Lord. My name is Matthew Perry, lead pastor at Arapahoe Road Baptist Church in Centennial, Colorado. And I wanted just to give you a brief video cast. This is videocast number 8 of Lead with Joy. I'm now in Kentucky. In fact, I'm in the parking lot at a shopping mall in Hamburg in Lexington, Kentucky. And I just finished visiting with some people from a previous church that I pastored. In fact, it was Boones Creek Baptist Church in Lexington. Actually, it's technically in Athens, just outside of Lexington. And I pastored there from 2003 to 2011. And I had a chance to spend some time with my former minister of music and also one of the older deacons that are there. And I am just so thankful for Ron and for Cecil. They took me as a 31-year-old pastor who started there back in 2003 and helped me along the way to see what it means to be a pastor and what it means to be a shepherd. When we begin to look at what that means, that sometimes we get so very locked into our education, and we get so locked into what we know and what we feel is right, that oftentimes we forget to seek out the wisdom of those who have been around a lot longer than I have. I had the privilege of serving with a minister of music that was 20 years older than me and had been at the church for a while, been in ministry for a while when I started this pastorate. And also Cecil, this deacon. Cecil's probably about 40 years older than I am. Quick story about Cecil. Cecil was one of these folks who, when I came in, and he was in his early to mid 70s, I came in as a pastor, and he came up to me and he mentioned that he might not be a deacon any longer because he couldn't physically do what he needed to do. And what I asked him for him to please stay on, because I needed his wisdom and I needed him to be able to help me along. And I was very thankful for that he did. There were certain things that I realized that I knew, and there were certain things that I realized that I didn't know but needed to know. And he helped me along so much. Cecil was one of those guys where, because he lived just up the road from the church, if I had a bad phone call or I just had a bad day and I really didn't know how to process it all, I could drive up the road about a mile or two, and there was Cecil, ready to talk to me. Him and Ann were ready to receive me in, and he would let me just rattle, and he would give me some perspective that I desperately needed. So I hope that all of you who are leaders, you're not trying to do it all yourself, and you're not walking in there thinking that you have every answer that there is. Yes, you are there to preach the scriptures, but you're also there to wisely begin to apply the scriptures to other people's hearts and other people's lives. If you don't have that desire to connect with people and you think you've got all the answers and you're looking down upon them thinking, why don't you get this? Why don't you just simply listen to me because I have all of the answers? If you're not showing that you love them and you're not showing that you care about them and you're not praying that God gives you a humble heart and a wise heart, and he may do that, and he may give you that through some really difficult circumstances that will break you. But that's a good thing. Please be ones who are willing to seek God, who are able to seek help, and also willing to seek the scriptures. Because in the midst of us preparing to preach the scriptures, a lot of times we want to come as the authority. And that proud heart will not do in a shepherd of God. We've got to come with a humble authority. We got to come with a humble servant's heart that's ready to apply God's truth to God's people. And so I'm very thankful for the wisdom that God gave through Ron and has given through Cecil as well. And I pray that he will continue to put people in my life and in my church. And I pray that he'll do that for you in your church, where you'll be able to seek out wisdom from people that may have been around the block a little more than you and will be able to give you some good insight. Proverbs says that there is wisdom in the counsel of many. Boy, is that the truth. There is wisdom in the counsel of many. Thank you for listening, and looking forward to getting back to Denver and getting back to it. But feel free to leave a comment or leave a comment in either on the YouTube channel, or you can leave a comment on the blog post. But I just want to get those quick thoughts out while they refresh in my mind. Thanks a lot. Check out drmattperry.com. We'll start blog posting as soon as I get back to Kentucky. I get back from Kentucky to Colorado. God bless you.